Pure water, pure pride, pure Jamaican. Pure water is about pure hydration. Remember to drink pure water and satisfy all your pure water needs.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Monday, 22nd of March 2020, Open Gate Facebook and YouTube show. Every day there are expectations of, hope for so many things. The expansion of the COVID-19 pandemic, has increased, whereby the Prime Minister of Jamaica made an official statement on a broadcast on television, limiting the times that we go about in our country. People don't adhere to the law. People prefer anarchy. People want the leaders to obey, to give them what they want and not what they need. Well, we need to be restricted. For horse racing, for 3 race meets will be changed, obviously. Well, it has not been announced yet. We'll see what the Supreme Federal Racing Entertainment will be able to do. But there won't be any Saturday racing for three weeks. You know, the Open Gate show always emphasize wear your mask, practice social distancing, wash your hands, and rehydrate yourself with pure Jamaican pride bottled water, pure water. How many people are doing that? Now you're going to have a lot of people objecting to what has to be done. I mean, anyway, what has to be done has to be done. The weekend had 22 races, and it was quite interesting. Overall, jockey Anthony Thomas, he had 4 wins totally. Crispin Bean had 2, Dane Nelson had 2. The trainers category, Anthony Nunes, he had 2 winners. And speaking of Anthony Nunes, 3 big favorites flopped. Oyster Mask and Nipster on Saturday. Oyster Mask didn't show anything. And the horse of the year, Nipster, nothing was seen. Well, for Nipster's case, he had 3 new surroundings. One, he was trained differently from how Gary Sobrati trained him. He was coming off a layoff and facing a top horse in the island, allowing that one weight. As well as he was just not himself. But so be it. The other horse from the Nunes camp to make it a trio of flopping was the 2019 Horse of the Year and Triple Crown winner, Supreme Soul, who tried his best, but just wasn't up to it. The betting was, for both days, was not as high as before, but people find the horse racing in Jamaica as a way to make some money. Yes, there are a lot of losers, but at least there are a lot of hopes before the first race runs. I must state that this pandemic, going back to it, yes, I'm going back to it, this pandemic really seems to be expanding in a way that is very, very frightening. And I don't know what next week, next month, next 2 months, what it's gonna bring. But all over the world, it is causing a problem. We have the claiming system again. The top two claiming guys, Robert Darby and Steve Todd. They are fortunate in getting the better horses, and they are winning. Both trainers have supported the race meets tremendously. We need trainers to support the race meets. We need more horses, is what they say. But that's secondary, in that we need more owners who will buy those horses. The claiming system of recent has attracted a tremendous lot of new owners. That's good. But the Open Gate Show hopes that these new owners will buy young horses that can train on the track, and so that they can develop in buffering the upper level of horses. I'm talking the overnight allowance and as such. We need that. The excitement is high with our jockeys. Of course, Dave Nelson always creates a lot of the excitement. It's good to see Shane Ellis getting more rides, and that he has a lot of fans too, regardless that he's tormented by rhetorics and all sort of things. But Shane is still a very, very popular jockey. Anthony Thomas doing well. Omar Walker not getting enough rides, but he does well with what he gets. Kevin Foster, Dick Cardenas, who incidentally has parted company with the Anthony Nunes camp again. And never you say never, because maybe, well, soon he'll be back. Shane Ellis has parted camp at least 20 times, from what I know. Our tipsters, of course, a lot of people rely on the tipsters for certification. For me, on the Open Gate Show, I must always emphasize, it's not what I select. It's the information that I give about horses, well, particular horses in some of the races, of which there's a high winning average or high good display average. When I say a horse has changed up, or a horse has looked very, very good, or a horse is seen in good condition. There's not much outstanding show at this time of the year. Normally, you will have one that they say, okay, this is the anti-post favorite. Yes, Above and Beyond is the anti-post favorite for the filly section, and maybe for when the fillies meets colts. But she hasn't raced for quite a while, and normally that's a concern. We have up-and-coming horses, of course. Action Ann showed some grit and grind and won, and she's still looking happy at exercise, and that's another filly that should do well. Still some time for our colts to improve, and I'm still in a bit of awe of the level that the Prime Minister has to take for people in our society adhering to the health protocols for this COVID pandemic. I'm almost certain that people still try to break the rules. What future we have, and it's not only Jamaica, it's all over. What do we want? Well, what you want, you'll get. But for those who want better, remember, wear a mask, practice social distancing, Sanitize your hands. Rehydrate with Pure Pride Jamaican bottled water. Pure water. Be safe. Be guided. Be good.
Check out KD's Vehicle Headlamp and Restoration. Our headlamps are fine sanded, buffed, and 9H coated with a 2-year guarantee. Price starting at $4,500. Internal restoration and modification starts at $8,000. To make an appointment today, call us at 876-824-6186.